What's up, dudes and dudettes to the internet? My name is Seth, and we are back here with more Trove unboxing video. And today we're going to be unboxing 70, which is going to end up triggering the karma bar of the August 2017 Boon boxes. So this ran me back about $115 or something like that. It's probably a little bit over that just to end up purchasing them because you can only buy 3 tokens at a time. Of course, these are going to be the ones from July. Each of the tokens are going to end up being around for 2 months. So from this point onward, when we get into October, the September tokens are going to end up showing up and the July ones are going to end up getting out of the picture. So in any case, you gotta buy 3 of them for 800 credits. 800 credits is about like $5, a little bit over. So actually buying like a whole bunch of these is absolutely ridiculous. Now, since the last month's video that we ended up having of the July boxes, quite a few things have actually changed with these that I was actually really excited to talk about and wanted to share with all of you. So if you do remember last time in the video when I ended up unboxing the July boxes, which of course you want to keep that in mind, check that out if you didn't already, but we ended up getting the dormant lore keeper dragon egg, and at the time it only loot collected into Glim. Thankfully, since that video, they've actually changed it so that this is going to end up loot collecting into 18 of the appropriate monthly tokens. Now, one thing I do want to point out about this, as we come over to the Radiant Dayspring, is that the Tapestry of Timeless Tales, that would not loot collect into 9 of the tokens as far as I hear. It's only going to be the item that is worth 18. So in our case for today, the Techno Tortoise would not end up loot collecting into 9 of the coins, but the Hungry Hydraken ally, that would end up actually being 18. Now, again, since the last month's boxes, you know, the Eclipse update hadn't hit, so of course we didn't end up getting the boons, or not the boons, the Bound Brilliance out of the boxes. And I do want to mention this while I'm going to have a separate video that's going to talk about this pack more specifically. If you're trying to buy this pack right here for 20 Bound Brilliance, don't do it. It's an absolute mess. It's just not worth it. If you are a pay-to-win player, the boon boxes are pretty much the absolute best way of getting the Bound Brilliance, as well as secretly the best way of getting gem dust, even over the gem booster boxes, which is why I think that the gem booster boxes are absolute poop right now. They are just completely useless. You don't want to end up grinding them. Ignore all the resources that are in my inventory. I'm going to be doing something special with all that. So let's get to it. We can get lesser dragon caches, 10 of the Bound Brilliance for each of the rolls. 5 dragon coins is going to be another very common one, so you can kind of see very quickly how are these really worth it, because let's see right here. 3 of these is going to end up being over $5. 1, 2, 3. Was that worth $5? I honestly don't think so, despite the fact that you can go ahead and be pay to win if you want. I have nothing against it by any means. Most of all, I like to make these videos because of the fact that thankfully doing YouTube videos and playing Trove is my job, so I can spend money and invest in making these types of videos for all of you so that you can see if this is something that you actually want to spend your hard-earned money to do. If I was not a content creator and doing, YouTube for a living, honestly speaking, I would not be a sucker for actually buying these boxes. I am going to end up showing those of you out there that have like a billion zillion dollars though, because I know there's those cash whales out there. Radiant Sovereigns are going to be another box that you can end up getting out of it, and these right here are going to be where you're going to get most of the gem dust, not actually from the gem boosters. The reason I'm pointing that out is because the last patch with the Eclipse update, the devs actually ended up pointing out how the gem booster boxes only ended up actually getting some gem dust in them, which ultimately made them pretty useless. I have a recent gem booster box video that I'll have probably in the description, or you can just look it up on the channel. In any case, the gem booster boxes are just not worth it anymore. They honestly are a waste of time item you don't want to spend your money on. So if you're trying to go for the gem dust, just go out of these. Now, out of that, so far, you see right here, it's completely random. We can get tons and tons of Bound Brilliance, or you can get absolutely nothing. This right here is single-handedly how I pay to win. Is that even how you would phrase that? But this is how I single-handedly ended up getting myself to the maximum amount of PR that's in the game right now. Outside of a couple different mounts and stuff like that. Again, I'm going to have a separate video talking about that more specifically. So let's just start opening these boxes right here, and then we've got all of these gem dust boxes to end up opening up. There's our first one out of the air gems. We can also get one Chaos Core for some weird reason. But the Bound Brilliance, that's going to be the big one that you're going to be wanting out of these boxes, honestly speaking. I don't even know why they have Dragon Coins, outside of the fact that I guess the Dragon Coins is just taking the chances away from us getting more Gem Dust or any other item. I don't even know why the Lesser Dragon Caches are in these boxes. Like, really, it doesn't make any sense. The other thing, too, is out of these boxes, again, on the Karma, we're going to be able to get, I think the Techno Tortoise is going to be randomly in these boxes, but more specifically than that, we know that the 18 token item is going to end up being in this, and we might not even get that, which is a sad thing, because it's not necessarily guaranteed, unless they ended up changing the drop rates on it. But you can see we're getting a few Dragon Coins. Honestly speaking, it's not really that much. The Bound Brilliance, again, is going to be the big item that we're going to be wanting out here. So here we go. This is going to be the Karma 3-day Patron Pass. Was that worth spending over $100? No. So you don't actually buy these things, honestly speaking, even if you're a pay-to-win player. You know, I would only say buy them just for the Bound Brilliance, because otherwise that item is time-gated for free-to-play players. Otherwise, honestly, was that worth it? I don't know. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Let's actually open all of these right here just so I can show you the absurd amount of gem dust that you're going to end up getting. I'm just going to open these because, honestly speaking, you never get anything out of the Lesser Dragon Caches. But these bad boys are going to be crazy because not only are we going to get lots and lots of gem dust just in general, 300 is already that much more over the gem booster boxes. Gem booster boxes drop maybe 200 to 250 gem dust, near as I've seen anyways. But these things also have the chance of dropping a whole lot more, and if you trigger Karma, it's going to drop a full stack. If you have Patron, is it Patron that gives you? Yeah, Patron is going to make it so that you have to actually open less of these boxes in order to end up triggering the Karma. So keep that in mind as well, those of you that are spending your money on Patron, which is something that I definitely recommend. Now, even here, you can see that we're only getting 300 dust per, but there's 1,000 right there. So again, you know, this is definitely a very, very efficient way of getting yourself gem dust very, very quickly. And, you know, if you're just buying these boon boxes in droves, which of course it's very, very expensive and definitely not worth it in the overall scheme of things, because you could just buy so many other games for the same price, like seriously. You know, the fact is, like, there we go. We got an hour full stack, and then we're gaining our way, slowly gaining our way closer to the Karma bar again, which is going to be very, very nice. And then 28 boxes right here, so we're obviously going to end up triggering the Karma bar and gain a whole bunch of gem dust. I'm gonna also go to my crafting inventory just so I can show you all the amount of Bound Brilliance we ended up getting out of this. Again, that's going to be completely random though, folks. You could end up getting Bound Brilliance, Bound Brilliance, Bound Brilliance, or you could get nothing. You could get Dragon Coins for, like, ever. So there we go. We got lots of gem dust out of this. Water is definitely the most gem dust that I actually have, and especially the fact that we just keep triggering the 1,000, which is uncommon, I think, which is very, very nice, most definitely. So let's actually go to our gem tab. Bound Brilliance. I had maybe 5 or 10 Bound Brilliance, and now we're sitting on 118. That is where the boons are definitely worth it. But again, only if you're trying to augment your gems, and only if you've got the extra cash flow to actually spend on it. Because while I did have another video that was talking about the Gem Forge system in general, and I'm going to have another video talking about it because we actually discovered quite a few things with the Gem Forge and kind of how the gems work and their relation to power rank and everything like that. But my Gunslinger at 24,487, which is the maximum amount of PR that I can have right now outside of having the Hydra mounts and the 2 Dreadnought mounts and the Divinity Dragon. Those are the only things that I'm missing in order to get more power rank. And of course, everybody's missing it right now. So I do actually have the maximum amount of power rank outside of, again, the Dread and the Hydra, because those are random chance, even though the odds of those actually dropping are insane. And the Divinity Dragon I'm not going to get for like a whole year. But I do want to point out that I've maxed out all of my gems right here. They're at 100% as far as the augments are concerned. And again, I have another video that talks about augmenting more specifically, you know, kind of the focuses and which ones are actually good, which ones are bad. You can see even right here, we can only craft 15 of these focuses, despite the fact that we've got so much gem dust. I guess that would be worthwhile if you're not like leveling up any of your other gems, but honestly speaking, I would still recommend to use the bronze ones, just because the Hearts of Darkness are a resource that is easier to farm, but more so that you can actually buy with Flux, especially if you're a pay-to-win player. You know, it's definitely a lot easier to end up getting them. But the point that I'm trying to get at here is the fact that I spent under $1,000, thankfully, to end up getting my gems fully augmented just by doing this whole boon system right here. So is that worth it? No. By any means, no. For somebody like myself, I've been playing Trove for years. I'm going to keep playing it for years. And I wanted to see just how much it was going to end up costing me to end up getting one class, one set of gems on a character fully maxed out. Cost me under $1,000. Just under $1,000. Like, we're talking like $700 or $800. Like, it's absolutely insane, dude. So again, I want to give my huge praises and thank you to every single one of you for making it possible that I can experiment with these types of numbers and let you all know it's just not worth it. Like, if you're gonna end up spending $1,000 on this game, honestly, go buy yourself a VR headset. Go buy like your whole classroom, of like 50 people, a copy of Terraria or something like that. Or just go and buy like tons and tons of Minecraft, or buy a Minecraft server for all I care. Like, just do anything else other than that. Even as far as Trove is concerned, there's plenty of other things that you can end up buying in the cash shop that is going to be more worthwhile and more efficient than actually getting something like that. Especially if you're spending like, let's say $100 a month. That's like what, 10 months or something like that? Like, it's ridiculous with the amount of money that they're asking from the players and community in order to actually max out your gems. Now, again, I don't want to ramble about that too much, and I'll just say thank you so much for watching, folks. I very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content, as well as building up loyalty points by my merch store. Links are in the description for that. Sign on and stay epic, everybody.